Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and this is Around the World in 30 Days. And to start this video off, I am sharing this. I don't know how to say that, but it's a little kit holder that I got at IKEA. And here it is. And I've built a mini kit. And I'm going to use this to create the next 8 layouts for Around the World in 30 days. So I'm doing a little kill-a-kit kind of thing. And I have this set of pictures where me and my friends went to IKEA. So if you watched my room tour that I posted yesterday, then you know that I have a lot of IKEA units. And so this is me and my friends going out to get that. And so I was out of town, about 2 hours away, so I've decided to use my No Limits by Cocoa Vanilla. I have some A5 or 8x6 papers and a couple of scraps, and of course that's my goal for this year is to use a scrap on every page. So I'm still doing good. I have this accessory sticker sheet that I have for this collection. I have the chipboard stickers that I want to have for that I have for this collection. And then I also have, of course, all those over there are branding strips. And then I have these papers. And I pulled any paper that I already had a duplicate of. I have 4 of those star and teal papers. So I went ahead and pulled 2 of them because I love that teal. It's a great color. So I have all these +2 cut aparts. So I also have my little enamel or shapes. And then the ephemeras. And I do have an ephemera kit. The pocket cards are in there too, from the Legendary. And so they're very similar. So I've left them in here. So I may use some of the things from there. And then I have some of these different things. And some of this is not going to be completely killed. Like these fancy pants, some of those are not going to work for me. But there are a couple things in here I thought I could use. And I do. Then these are 2013. Yeah, stickers from Hobby Lobby. The rest of these are more current. And I just want to use some of those, not all of them. I'd love to kill most of these two crafter squares. And then some of those planets, I think. And then these sequins. These are black and silver. It's hard to tell because they're reflecting the shirt that I have on is blue. And then I have some Distress Oxide ink and black soot. And then I also have some Delusion shimmer sprays. And I bring 5 colors of shimmer spray and end up using 1 more on this layout. And I will share with you those colors as I go if I remember. And then I'm going to split. It's going to be 8 layouts. So I'm going to do half of them in black background or with that as the base and half with the white. So I'm putting it all back in this awesome kit. And so I've got my papers, I have my accessories, my ephemera, and my pictures. So let's see how this goes. So to get started, this first picture is me and my friend Brooke, and we are the first 2 in the car and headed to go meet the rest of the clan. And so first I'm going to go through these 6x8 papers and try and pick the ones I want to work with. Both of us have blue on in this picture, so I thought a blue would be a good color fit. And so now I'm just going to go through and see what of cut aparts I want to work with or what papers. And I thought if I did a solid background or the majority of the background being solid, that the papers would last me longer, but I'd still be able to get a lot on there and use a bunch of the papers and collection. So I pulled that gorgeous paper out for the orange on the back because I thought blue and orange would be good for multiple reasons, but mainly because there's going to be orange in this collection. And also, my friend's son is on a baseball team, and orange and blue are his colors. So I thought she would appreciate the orange and blue that I use to document this picture of me and her in the car, ready to rock and roll. I had been looking forward to this trip to IKEA for, well, ever since it was a thought. So I love this paper right here, but I really want the orange on the back. So I'm going to gut it so that I can still use this paper, and you will see it very soon, I promise. So I set that stuff aside. And I'm going to get 2 shimmers out. And I start with Sunshine, something Sunshine. Oh my goodness, you all, you'd think I'd remember. And I thought when I bought this, it was going to be like a yellow because it said Sunshine, but it's orange. It's shiny orange. And I'm okay with that. I love this color. It's great. And there's so much orange and blue and yellow in this collection, which is part of why I selected it. Also, some of the words and stuff. This is London Blue. And these are all Diane Reevely shimmer sprays. And so I'm really excited to use them. But one, this collection does not have any pink in it. And my best friend is on this trip, and she's the one who doesn't like pink. Now, there will be a hint of pink on this page because I'm going to bring some things in from, I think, a Fancy Pants set or something like that had a little pink. And I'm not saying there won't be pink anywhere, but this collection is not... doesn't have pink in it in itself, so it's whatever I bring in. So I got out my Victorian trimmer blade for my Creative Memories paper trimmer set, and just to give it a little bit of I don't know, zhuzhing it up a little bit, to give it some character, not just like I tear paper a lot and stuff, but this gives it just a little bit of something. And I do it with this orange paper that I had cut out of the middle, and I'm going to go all the way across, but I obviously don't want to waste, so I put down a gap here. And it could have been a bigger gap, I suppose, but there was no need for that. I just wanted to make sure that I had enough space, and I end up using some of the scrap from that orange to document, or to actually frame something else or mat something else on this layout. So I'm going to bring that color down a little bit on the bottom as well. So I love this one right here, this little cut apart from the 6x8 that says, "You rock my world." I adore my friend Brooke. I mean, I adore all of the friends that went with me, and you all will see lots of fabulous layouts and not fabulous pictures. It's up to you if you think it's a fabulous layout. But lots of fun pictures because my friends are absolutely the best, you all. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm sure you have great friends, but I just don't know if any of your friends compare to this group of ladies right here, because they have been through it with me through thick and thin, and I am super lucky and grateful to have them. Anyway, so I pull out my ephemera and I pull the star out. I love that, especially since there's all that orange kind of spraying out from it and just a little bit of the color on the inside. I just think that looks really neat. I'm going to put a little something inside of there, but nothing that's going to fill that whole space. So I questioned this ticket because it says admit 1, and obviously in the end of it all, it was admit 5 because 5 of us went. This little card right here is a pocket card. It says, "Let's go." And I almost fussy cut that out of that card to put on this page because I thought that was the most fitting phrase, because we are literally in the car and getting ready to go pick up another friend and meet 2 friends and drive, out of town to go to IKEA. I end up holding off, and you will see that pocket card that says "Let's go" tomorrow. Spoiler alert. So I cut a piece of this little cut apart off. I am not about to waste that gorgeous stripe. Now, I do not do much orange in my life, but I love this collection so much, and I am going to stretch it as far as I can. So I will gut things. I will cut pieces like that. You'll see it tomorrow as well. So that's just the way I roll. So this little circular thing I've put in the bottom left corner, I think it's supposed to look like a baseball. One way or another, it looks like a baseball. And so I put that down there because, like I said, my friend's kiddo plays on a baseball team, and I wanted something I originally was going to do some journaling on that orange stripy paper. I felt like it was the perfect place to write my journal. But then I decided I was just going to make this a simple journal. And so I could write it on that little circle that, like I said, looks like a baseball. And I was thrilled with that idea. So I am trying to get this You Rock My World. Didn't want to put it on crooked because it looked weird. Everything else is pretty straight. But I wanted that arrow to be pointing pretty much to my friend. And so I had to move it around a little bit. Finally, I got it to work with me. And then I cut this little label out, and I'm going to put that up at the top. And I faffed around with this for a little while because I thought about putting it above the ticket, and I thought about sticking it here. I mean, just all these different places. Finally, right here where I fiddle with it is where it ends up. I'll put it in like 6 other places and fiddle around with it, but it ends up right where I first started. You know, normally when you put something down, that is where it belongs because that's where your eye or your heart or your whatever is telling you to put it. So that's where it ends up right there. And I'll stick it down, and I'm going to write on that here in just a minute. So I pull the chipboard out, and really all I pull off of this is the star. And then I also pull off the globe. And I love that because that says You Rock My World. I thought it would be the perfect thing to fill in that little gap between the baseball and that orange and white stripe. I don't like those little odd gaps. Like if you look at the top of the picture where the star is, that doesn't bother me. It's an open-ended gap, space. I don't have a problem with that being open. I think I end up adding something in that general area, and at first it drives me crazy, but I fix that as well. And sometimes they're there and I just don't see them because they're not drawing my eye to them, and that's fine. But if I keep staring at it because it feels odd or looks off, then I'm not going to be happy with it. So I put that globe there and fixed that up. For the stars up at the top, one's chipboard, one is from the ephemera kit, and one is from the enamel shapes. I took this shiny pen. This is a Paper Studios pen my friend Sarah sent me. And I wrote on it to see if it was going to go with the orange that I'm using. And it did. I love to do that because then I don't write on it and go, oh, that looks terrible. So I just wrote July 7, 2022, which is the date. And then I pull some word phrases off from this accessory kit. And I just had so much fun picking little phrases that were just, fun because we had such a good time. And so that's one of the reasons, the other reasons I picked this collection is because there's so many really neat comments like about you're the best and boom and out of this world and you do you or something, that kind of gist. So now I'm going to go through my ephemera and see what I can find that is going to work for me, color-wise, word phrasing, things like that. So this little set right here, my friend Tara sent me, and so there were a few things in there that word-wise worked, like that little thing right there. I think it says Girls Day or just girls or something like that. But that hot pink was not going to work. But I love that little selfie time with the camera on it up there in the top right corner. And so I brought that you and me in. It's over there next to the globe because it brings that same color from the camera in to the layout. And it fits, and it's, I like that. So I go ahead and get that down, and that fills a little gap that's right here. Like I said, I was okay with the gap next to the star, but once I put that selfie time, then there was a gap between that and the orange paper, so I had to fill that. This right here just says you and me in a gold, and so I'm thrilled with that. I thought about bringing one of these little planets in, but I changed my mind. They weren't going to work with what I wanted to do, so that is it. Oh, I did add that little YOLO, which came from the Crafter's Square. So the background, mixed media, or the inking is shiny. So I don't know how much of that you're going to see in this close-up. But I love that. Heck to the yeah, that's what that said. I just love being so playful and fun with these layouts. And that's all the journaling I really wanted to do on here. So I hope you all will continue to come and visit me. I will be taking you through our adventures through IKEA, including the end result. So like I said, I hope you'll come back and check that out. And if you're interested in the outcome of my IKEA, you can always go to my room tour that I posted yesterday. Have a great day and happy scrapping.